The member for Reid.
My question is to the Prime Minister. Will the Prime Minister inform the House about the establishment of a wide-ranging inquiry into the family law system and the importance that the inquiry hears from all sides of this difficult and complex debate?
The Prime Minister has the call. The Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Reid for her question, and I thank the member for Reid for the work that she has done as a clinical psychologist, working particularly with young children in so many difficult circumstances dealing with mental health, which would also be the subject of the Joint Select Committee inquiry that we have initiated and we seek the support of through this parliament, Mr Speaker. We have initiated a wide-ranging parliamentary inquiry into the family law system. It will be chaired, Mr Speaker, by the member for Menzies. The member for Menzies has a long history of experience in dealing with these matters, both as a minister of the government and as a member, Mr Speaker, of a similar inquiry back in 1992, Mr Speaker. Now, Mr Speaker, I note the loud jeering coming from the opposite side of the chamber. This is a serious issue, Mr Speaker, which the government is taking seriously by initiating this
Members
review.
on my left.
Family and relationship breakdown, Mr Speaker, is a traumatic, personal and devastating thing that happens to Australians, and it's devastating for all involved. Mr Speaker, it is a primary factor of suicide in this country, and we share across this parliament a commitment towards zero goal on suicide. It is a primary contributing factor to domestic violence also, and it warrants this level of attention. These breakdowns, Mr Speaker, in families are heartbreaking, but they are the function, as I'm sure all members of this chamber understand, they are a function of human frailty. And as an advanced society, as we are in a compassionate society, we must always seek and strive to do better, to ensure that when those Australians who are going through this difficult and traumatic time, the system works in as supportive a way and as protective a way as possible. This inquiry is not about what sides people are on in particular disputes, Mr Speaker. It is about having an honest ear to the real concerns of Australians who are going through this system and going through great difficulty, Mr Speaker. This is an inquiry that is in addition to, not in place of, the significant work that has been undertaken. And by point of reference, I refer to the Henderson inquiry, which, through that focus on the domestic violence, just this week, as a result of that inquiry, it is now unlawful for a victim to be cross-examined, Mr Speaker, by their abuser, and that is just one of the many responses that our government will be introducing, and we will continue to introduce even yet while this inquiry continues. This is an opportunity for all of us in this place to turn our ears to to turn our eyes to Australians who are going through this incredibly difficult and traumatic time, listen carefully, fashion appropriate responses and take further action.
Just before I call